Welcome back to the cabin and part 2 of the Blyth diesel depot build. And as you can see, both the inspection pits have now been made, albeit they've not been weathered. There's no rails added and they've not been secured in. Although I've drilled the holes, or not so much drilled, laser cut the holes, I will need to make a slight adjustment and make them bigger, but these will be going on to a separate base first. You can see the lugs that go every kind of 100mm. These will slot into a base and form the bottom of the base. There will be a few overlays to bring it up to rail height. And if I can show you, obviously the one over the far side is the small one, so that's basically the same as the one I did for Peterborough. I think I've made it exactly the same length to make life a lot easier. Although I've seen pictures of the inspection pit at Blyth, I've not been able to measure it as regards to the long one. If I pan out, you'll see this one is bloody huge, and near enough goes the whole width of the board. It's actually a metre length, and I've kind of measured this one from images at the very back. You get a good idea of where it's going against the side roof supports and brickwork, and also at the front entrance. So I reckon that's as good as you're going to get. Whether the amount of lights in the pit is exactly correct, I don't know. We won't worry too much about that, but as you can see, that one has also been done. So this one has 7 LED lights on each side, so 14 in total. This one only has 3 each side, so 6 in total. So we've got 20 lights that will light up the pits. And obviously, although they've been made and painted inside, you can see there's the glazing. There's no weathering done yet. I'm going to leave the weathering until I actually get this in its base to make sure. I don't want to spend a load of time and then find out I've cocked up and got to redo it. They take a little while to build, but they're quite straightforward. And the reason for extending the sides is obviously the LED strips go onto the LED holder that I've created on the side. The trouble is I've used 12mm poplar ply board, so I can undo them, but it's going to be very, very tricky. So what I'll most probably end up doing is just doing another 10mm off the sides. So if we ever have to change any of the LEDs, we can just get in there and undo the side panels and get to them. So a little bit of a jigsaw, and obviously the top base will cover that anyway, so it doesn't matter. Laser cut lines obviously a lot better than a jigsaw line, but hey ho, we'll do that later. But at the moment, all it was doing was completing the inspection pits, which as you can see is done, fitting them to make sure they fitted. This one fits quite easily. This one is really, really tight. I've made this one slightly different. I adapted it slightly different to the one that I did for Peterborough, but I wasn't changing the drawings for Peterborough, so hence this is the same. But again, we will need to make this a little bit wider, so that's not a problem. So that's what they look like. I've wired them up using some LEDs. Big thanks to Chris Waring, who kindly showed me what he was doing to his Peterborough inspection pits and how he wired those up with LEDs. So kind of got a similar LED, and I've done those during the week and made these up, so they're all doing okay. So now I've just wired them up temporary. Obviously there's a load of wire hanging down, but it'll be nice wiring once it's done. So I've just put it up to a 12-volt combi track, and obviously I can turn it up, and obviously it will light up the LEDs, so I can have them dull, I can turn them up, or really bright. So I don't want to turn it up too much because there's 20 LEDs all running off the same at the moment, but I will have each pit running separately, so I can turn the lights on this one separately to this one's over there. But as you can see, there you go. If I come around, excuse the paper on the floor, but that's when I painted the cabin, not picked it up yet. You can see, there you go, there's the LEDs all lit up on that side. And just to show you, it's not just one side, there's the LEDs lit up on that side and that side. So hopefully, I think that'll look quite smart. obviously once the building's in place, everything, but at least it's working, so we know that's good. As you can see, there you go, that's a metre long looking down the pit, and that one's half a metre looking down the pit. Now obviously track wise, Pico do theirs in I think 914 mil, so we've got to join the track. So this is long enough for 2 locos, so I'll most probably cut or join the track in the middle, and obviously then we'll need to solder the track, and I'll try and be clever and do it from the other end and work out how to do that. And obviously then that's basically 2 feedbacks for the 2 locos. It's weird because obviously Blyth is a strange looking depot, but can only hold 3 locos. It's a big depot for 3 locos, but it's unique. There was nothing else like it. I did notice someone on the Blyth Facebook group saying, I'm sure they must have got the plans wrong when they built this, because it's very strange looking, but hence the reason why I decided to model it, and the love of Class 56s as well certainly helps. So anyway, there you go, that's 2 pits lit up with their LEDs. So I can turn it down. Most probably won't have them too bright because they were never bright, and obviously by the time you've weathered it, you can then turn it up. But as I say, if I turn it right up, you can see they go really bright. Might have to put a resistor on the wiring just to make sure, but there you go. I'll turn it down a little bit more. There you go. So that's all done. So they fit, they're wired up, they work. So that's a good stage for part 2. I'm still working on the drawings now. I did draw all the brickwork for the depot, it must be 18 months, 2 years ago I did it, and it's been sat on the computer waiting. And obviously since then done a lot of designs. My brickwork's improved. We've now got a new engraved way of doing our brickwork, so I've redone them. Noticed a few errors, so obviously I'm making my way through those. I found some more photographs to work from, and I'm re-going through all the brickwork because I want to make sure when this is all laser cut I don't need to do it again. And obviously I'm going to build it as we go along, so I normally design the whole thing and work my way around it. I'm still working around how to do the roof supports, etc., because there's a wall in between here, a dividing brick wall, so there was no supports. The roof supports literally rested on the top of the brick wall, so we've got to work that out. Over here we had different supports. Obviously you had an open area for workshops, etc., and then obviously it closed back again to go down to the end. So it's going to be an exciting build, but anyway, I just thought I'd do a quick update to show people the pits and that they fit and they work. Not sure when the next update will be because I've got to do the base and a bit more design work, so I might end up cutting a base just as a temporary go to see whether it fits, but that's not going to be next week. I've got a load of orders coming, and we've got Getz Model Railway exhibition on the 14th and 15th of October. I'll be there with James, so come and say hello. I won't be bringing any railway laser line stuff this year, apart from a sample marshalling yard kit in 00, which I started last year just for a new design. The customer wants to have a look at that, so we'll bring that to show people. But yeah, do come over and say hello. But anyway, that's the end of part 2. Thanks for watching. Short and sweet, but there you go. We'll take some photographs and we'll add them to the Facebook page. Thanks for watching. We'll see you in part 3 soon, hopefully. Take care. Cheers. Bye.